Planet X may be orbiting our sun. Scientists are forced to admit Planet 9 may exist. Planet 9, Planet X, Nibiru, various names for it. Planet X by the Sumerians and as Zechariah Sitchin recalled. Now, scientists at the University of Arizona have now confirmed an unseen planetary mass object may be orbiting our sun in the solar system beyond Pluto. Lunar and planetary laboratory researchers now believe that a planetary mass object is roughly between the size of Mars and Earth. The worrying discovery, possibly due to its perceived ability to control the orbital planes of space rocks known as the Kuiper belt objects, according to the authors Kat Volk and Renu Malhotra. The most likely explanation for our results is that there is some unseen mass, lead author of the study said. He said, according to our calculations, something as massive as Mars would be needed to cause the warp that we measured. Mive.com reports the U.S. Space Agency says that these 10 new candidates are in the correct range of their stars, where water could form on the surface of the more rocky planets. In its 4 years in service, the Kepler Space Telescope identified 4,034 new planet candidates, with more than half of those being confirmed as exoplanets. 4,000. Before anyone huffs and puffs that there are currently only 8 planets, astronomers from the California Institute of Technology found evidence for a planet 10 times the size of our Earth beyond Pluto back in early 2016. And yet to be discovered, unseen planetary mass object makes its existence known by ruffling the orbital plane of distant Kuiper belt objects, according to research by Kat Volk and Renu Malhotra of the UA's Lunar Planetary Laboratory. The object is pictured on a wide orbit far beyond Pluto in its artist's illustration. That possible planet was dubbed Planet 9, so this other unconfirmed planetary mass object could be the 10th planet. Finally, support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box. This object would be different from and much closer than the so-called Planet 9, a planet whose existence yet awaits confirmation, a news release from the university reads. And for their study, the 2 authors studied more than 600 objects in the Kuiper belt in the quest to determine the common direction and tilt of these orbital planes. Space.com points out that while this newly discovered object has yet to be actually discovered, it is much too small and too close to Earth to be the hypothetical Planet 9. Planet 9, from its early 2016, is said to be 25 times further away from the Sun than Pluto is, somewhere between 500 and 700 astronomical units from Earth. That is too far away to influence these Kuiper belt objects, Volk said. It certainly has to be much closer than 100 AUs to substantially affect the Kuiper belt objects in that range. The University of Arizona researchers note that the planetary mass object has not been spotted in the Kuiper belt yet, but believe that the under construction Large Synoptic Survey Telescope will help find hidden worlds such as this one. The Spitzer Space Telescope found 7 Earth-sized planets around a single star, which sets a new NASA discovery record for the largest solar system around a single star. Malhotra said that she has high expectations for the telescope. She said it should bring in the number of discovered Kuiper belt objects to be 2,000, from 2,000 to about 40,000. She says there are a lot more Kuiper belt objects out there, we just have not seen them. Some of them, she says, are too far and dim even for the LSST to spot, but because the telescope will cover the sky much more comprehensively than current surveys, it should be able to detect this object if it's out there. As for Planet 9, quote unquote, its researchers have also not observed it, but it was discovered in a similar fashion by looking out of the ordinary objects or small objects in the deep Kuiper belt. This is by Daniel Newton on Neonetal on Embedded Reality. Please leave your comments. Thank you for your support.